Hi everyone. I tried to pop on here and do my 2 o'clock live. It's just, for some reason, it's not working. So what our discussion was going to be about today was our symbol library. And I have spoke about this prior to. I would like to know how many people have worked on their symbol library and what focus has it turned into. Has it turned into something that has worked out for you or something that has not come to fruition yet? So I would like to hear from you guys under this video. Let me know how it went. And for the practice of a symbol library, a symbolic library is you're choosing a loved one, more or less, that you were really close with in life, that you really loved. You're going to pick a day, a specific day, a very specific day, a very specific time, a very specific symbol for that specific person. Don't go having one symbol, one day, one time for multiple people. You only want one person to do so. You only want one symbol and one time and one date. This way when you see this symbol, you cannot mistake it for anything else. You can't just say, oh, that was just a coincidence. You want to be very specific in what you do. Now, I also want to talk about how the veil is thinning and how your paranormal experiences will be heightened. You're going to have a lot of things start coming to energetic forms where you might see something out of the corner of your eye. You're going to feel things as you walk into a room. You might even feel a little bit uneased at night. You might feel like something is in the room or it's watching you, or you're going to hear noises. For that, it's just everything is aligned. The veil is thin to our world and their world. Everything in a dimension frequency is moving closer to each other at this time. You have to remember, deceased, passed on, or however you guys want to reference it, the deceased is not here on the physical world, but they are only on a different frequency. They are only in a different dimension. Death, you just transition to a dimension. You transition to a different frequency. So when spirit has to communicate with you, you have to really ask yourself, how do you think that they can communicate with you? They're having to learn everything all over again. So they're going to symbolize things to you, whether it's an item, it's a song, it can be a smell, it can be your dreams, it can be your thought process, or an emotion just comes right over you. You have to remember, spirit is with us all the time. You have to remember that it's like being reborn again to them. They cannot use their mouth to speak. So they have to use a frequency, a sound, or a movement, or a thing energetically. How do you think energy is moving things? So how many times have you seen something move in a paranormal video where something just falls off or something moves? That's energy moving the item. So that's spirit moving the item. I always tell people you are wide open when you are sleeping. So when you sleep, spirit has the ability to come to you so much more easier. So when I say you are wide open, your consciousness is wide open. There is no phone. There are no children. There is no busy schedule. There is no worrying about what's for dinner, how fast you get home. Everything is completely and utterly silent when you are sleeping. So they have the ability to come into your subconscious mind, and you just have that dream to where you wake up and you're like, wow, I really felt that. I really, really thought that I was with them. That's because they were really with you subconsciously. They came to you in a way where you could mentally handle it. A lot of people don't understand when spirit comes to us. If they came to us the way they wanted to, it would completely and utterly freak you out. So a lot of them come to you in symbols, in songs. How many times have you guys had a song that comes on the radio and you're like, wow, that was our song. That's a way of spirit communicating with you emotionally. When you have, I call them phantom smells. So, perfect example, my dad was a smoker. So when your loved one was a smoker, just say, or they smoked cigarette pipes, or, pipes, cigarette pipes, there you go. And you have that fragrant cherry smell, or you have that deep smoky scent of a cigarette. Sometimes it can be so right there that you can almost taste it. You have to remember, when they communicate, you're also communicating with them by using your senses. So when you have more of a, I don't hear them, but I can smell them around me, or I dream about them, but I don't hear them, or I don't feel them. You feel them in a different way. You feel them in an aspect to where they have the ability to just come into your dreams and just give you a loving message. I just dreamt about my father last night. My father was cremated, but I saw my father in a cemetery, and he was tending to the plant life there. He was cleaning up the cemetery. So symbolically for me, he's cleaning up basically a cemetery for the next person in our family. That tells me something is coming. Is it scaring me? No, because I know that I'm being advised to pay attention to my surroundings, the people around me, who's getting older, who's getting sicker, who is, they all give us symbols in a way. Symbolically, a cemetery is about what? Transitioning. You also have to remember when they communicate with you. It might be with birds. It might be with a favorite an animal that they had. It might be out of nowhere, you just want to cook the favorite meal that you both ate. They have so many different ways to communicate with us. It can be so nonchalant that you guys have no idea you're even communicating with spirit. Or you just randomly want to go look at the photo album. You randomly want to wear their shirt to bed. Ask yourself, where is that coming from? Out of missing them, or is that being placed in your auric field to interact with? You have to remember, it's easy to understand and think people only get buried in a cemetery or they get cremated. No, it goes far beyond that. It goes far beyond that scope. People have no idea that spirit is constantly with us, and they live through our eyes. They see life through our eyes. The physical world, as mundane as it is, people if only realized the sky is not just blue and the grass is not just green. There's so much more to all of the dimensions that are around us. And people want to live in that safe space to really just think, well, if there's something more out there, that means that I have to look at that and I have to feel unsure about it. People want to stay in a safe place. They want to stay in an understanding. If I'm safe here, then I won't have to experience the uncomfortable part of spirit. This time of year, your loved ones are going to come to you more so in your dreams, more so just in random scent. They're going to do a lot of trying to communicate with you because their realm and our realm together are very, very mirror-like, very, very close together. So you might just end up just having those strange little experiences that you mistake for something as a coincidence. I like to tell people, don't go looking for synchronicities and signs. Just let them fall and come into your lap. It's that simple. So when you work with a symbol library, that's the purpose of working with spirit. You're going to just be so specific that you can't screw up or misconstrue a symbol from them. You have to make sure It has to be a symbol that they favored. I had a person that specifically, a deer, a very, very specific symbol. A deer would come on this day at this time, and I would be thinking at that moment of my family. And sure enough, it happened for her. Others were dimes, others were nickels, others were specifically colored feathers. They could be white, they could be black, they could be any color. Also smells like cigarette smoke, like perfume, even a smell of food. So I had one lady say that on a Tuesday, my mom used to cook her favorite spaghetti sauce, and she wanted it to be on a Tuesday night. She would smell spaghetti sauce, and she would hear, I mean, you can even add little quirks to it. I want to hear a certain sound, like a certain melody, a song. It doesn't have to be specifically about soul symbols of animals or items. You can just make it about music. You can make it about smell. You can make it about dreams. You can be very specific with a symbol library. So for any questions about spirit and symbol libraries, you can place under this video. Also, make sure you go to the mugwort video and place your name in for a drawing for a free reading. I will be pulling it Thursday. This Thursday on our 2 o'clock live, I will be pulling the person for the free reading. Also, tonight's Members Perks Live is not going to be until tomorrow night at 9 p.m. I have to travel outside of town, so I will not be here, but I will be here tomorrow night. I will make sure that I do a 2-hour session for those Perks members, okay? And I will be doing like I said, the free reading on next Tuesday. So when I pull Thursday's name, next Tuesday will be the free reading on YouTube. Also, I noticed an uptake on vulgar messages on my live yesterday when mentioning Sebastian's name and how we're going to be talking about him again and get him, get back in the groove of getting him back out there in the media, because I feel like he's being forgotten about. So is Summer Wells, and getting him back in there, getting him back in the media. So, I mean, we have content creators talking about him, sure. That's what we want to do as a community. We want to really keep his name out there. And as soon as I did that the other day, we had vulgar communication from a couple people on there, and it's just so redundant and transparent who it is. It's quite sickening that people like that get away with things. But all we have to do is just keep Sebastian Rogers' name in the media. Keep him out there. Make sure this does not go away, because that's what they want. They want Sebastian Rogers to go away, just like they want Summer Wells' name to go away, and many, many others like them. And it is our job in this community to take care of other people's children, in a sense of, if it's not going to be taken care of by law enforcement, then we as a community have to stand together and make sure that this kind of crap does not keep going on, and keep the names in the media. Whether it's just speaking the name, whether it's keep putting out the information of when, where, how, what time, what he was wearing, and so on. We do that. And if we have to keep doing it and keep doing it, then we do it. Because if it was your child or if it was my child, then where are we at if we don't help one another? Because clearly they're not looking for him. They're not even, they just carried on with life without him. So it's disgusting. It's unnerving, and we will just have to keep on doing what we're doing, who it pisses off. That's it. So this is my video for today, everybody. I tried for a live. We'll try it again tomorrow, but if it doesn't work out, I will make sure that I'll see you guys tomorrow night, the members perks, and then next Tuesday we'll do our live for the free reading, okay? But we will do the name pull Thursday. And if I can't get on here on live for some reason, I'm on my phone and I'm in a weird area, so that could be very well just what it is. But if it keeps doing it, I'll just make a video with the name drawn, and that's it, okay? Everybody, watch your 6 and have a great day.